Welcome again, one and all, to Cruise1st TV. It's time to cruise off for some Royal Caribbean epic adventures in this show. And Polly, this show is so packed, I don't know where to begin. Actually, I do. You need to know about the last chances to grab the final few balconies on our Singapore New Year adventure. You are definitely going to want to be there.
Because they are disappearing very quickly. We've got the latest on that in just a moment, but we're also taking in the big indie adventure for next year on Independence of the Seas, where it will sail you away for 14 fantastic nights with Royal Caribbean over to Miami for a free stay in Orlando. It really is always such a popular package that it sells out so quickly, but we've got your chance to book your place now with a really low deposit.
Absolutely. Plus, as if that wasn't enough, some exciting quick picks later on some no-fly cruises on Anthem and Indy for this and next year. See, I told you this show was packed, so ready, steady, go. Here's our first exciting adventure. It's a two-part holiday, this one actually, taking in the best of Italy, its Great Lakes and wonders on an escorted tour, and then a cruise around the coast of both Italy and Sicily. It's really lovely, this one. It's 12 nights, starts on the 10th of September next year, where we'll fly you over to the fashion capital of Italy, Milan. And that's where the next 5 nights of escorted tour starts, Polly, and it looks amazing.
Oh, it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, a wine tour in Italy just offers the most unique chance to kind of see the country's beautiful countryside whilst enjoying like the finest wine and food. And of course, all the sights as well. And it's no ordinary wine and food, is it? It's the very best on the planet. And I think the highlights of this tour is that it takes in Lake Maggiore, Lake Como and Lake Garda. I mean, they're all the things you kind of read where all the celebrities live, or you see those beautiful pictures. Well, you're going to get to take it all in. It all begins in Lake Maggiore, where there's an amazing trip by boat to the Bermudian Islands, which include Bella, Pescatori and Madre, which is amazing. And then we've all heard of Lake Como, as I said. Now you'll get the chance to see that and the lovely village as well, where there's a cathedral and of course entrance is included in the trip. Then it's on to Bergamo, and there's a great guided tour there. With a guide, you get to go to the historical centre of Verona. Oh, wow.
It's an amazing city.
I feel like quoting Shakespeare every time I hear the word Verona, don't you?
Absolutely.
As well, I mean, it will all come to life. I mean, look at that. There's so many incredible sights and things to do while you're there as well. And there's amazing wine cellar experience to taste typical products and the wines as well.
You're going to love it. While you're on Lake Garda as well, you get the chance to visit Sirmione. You do get to visit a winery on your tour as well. This is going to be the most incredible escorted tour. Cheers to that.
Amazing. And then you're going to join Voyager of the Seas for your 7-night full board cruise. Wow. Just epic. Let's have a look. Now, Royal Caribbean, I think, do cruising so well, no matter who's going. I mean, no matter what demographic, whether it's going with kids that want loads of entertainment, fast pace. Yeah, look at that. Whether you're a big kid yourself or whether you're going like with the older people and you just want to relax, I think they just do it really well. They know how to entertain and keep everybody satisfied, which makes it such a great option for going like all the family, like different ages. Because
it is kind of the first choice for, you know, families that are multi-generational, and you might be talking 3 or 4 generations of the same family all having the most amazing time. Now, I would say that this is kind of low-key Royal Caribbean as well, because we know Royal Caribbean have the latest, the greatest and the biggest as well. This is slightly smaller, still has lots and lots of activities, still has the essential Royal Caribbean ingredients. You know, amazing atriums, fabulous restaurants, great entertainment, great fun, lots of activities for you to enjoy as well. But we are having somewhat of a slightly more relaxing time here, in step with our wonderful romantic itinerary for this.
Yes, beautiful itinerary. Oh, we've just had a look there at all the amazing dining options as well. Entertainment, amazing. So cruising out of Ravenna, a day at sea, arriving in Messina, Sicily, and you can explore the impressive Mount Etna, one of the most active volcanoes in the world. There's guided tours there as well, or maybe you just want to explore all by yourself the beautiful landscapes, just amazing. Next, it's Rome. Oh, you want to go and visit the ruins of the Forum, the splendours of the Sistine Chapel, climb those Spanish steps, see the Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum, and of course, all the amazing food while you're there as well. Next, it's Carrara, which is at the port for Florence and Pisa. Wow, and that's where all the famous Italian pure white statue marble comes from, isn't it, Derek?
It does, yes. You can see the Marble Mountains.
Of course, and you've got some amazing museums while you're there as well. Moving on to France next, you're going to go to Nice. You can take a lovely leisurely stroll along the iconic Promenade des Anglais. I was going to put my French accent on, but I know you don't like it when I do it. It's a famous waterfront promenade. Stretches along the Bay of Angels. Then it's Provence. Now here you've got breathtaking lavender fields, and the time you're there, they will be in bloom, which is lovely. It's very, very famous, this area, for its gorgeous lavender landscapes. Imagine the smell. Now, cruising to Barcelona, where you'll come off, and it's your lovely flight home.
Should we do some? We'll get Mr. P to sort out some French lessons for us. Just very basic, you know.
I'm actually quite good at French.
Are
That's
you?
why I always want to slip into a French accent.
Oh.
Well, my accent's better than maybe what I'm actually saying.
Okay, we might put that to the test at some point. I don't want to put you on the spot right now.
No, don't.
But anyway, this is going to be an amazing adventure. See, every day's a school day, isn't it? So this is for September next year, and a really, really lovely combination of experiences as well. You've got the flight out to Milan and that fully escorted tour of the Italian lakes. You've got Verona. You'll visit wineries there as well, which is really, really lovely. You're getting to see, you know, 3 of the major lakes there as well, plus the beautiful countryside in between these destinations as well. And then you join Royal Caribbean's Voyager of the Seas in Ravenna to cruise the Italian coast with ports for Sicily, Florence and Rome, and then on to Nice and Provence in France, before ending in Barcelona for the flight back to the UK, which opens up the possibilities here as well. You want to put a deposit down on this today to lock in the price, £450 each today to lock in this price tag here. And there's lots of customizing you can do with this as well. So if you wanted a couple of nights in a Milan hotel before you do the tour of the lakes and everything, fantastic. If you've got a couple of nights in Barcelona after the cruise before you fly home, again, talk to the team. That's the magic number that you need, and it is free to call. Let's look at upgrades then. Really, really lovely opportunities here. I just think this is really, really perfect for this time of year. I mean, it's 12 nights as it is, so very easy to top it up by a couple of nights, either a couple of extra in Barcelona or a couple in Milan, before you then do your wonderful tour of the lakes. Might be somewhere else in Italy you want to see first. Maybe you want to fly over to Venice for a couple of nights first and then fly from Venice to Milan, or take the train from Venice to Milan, which is quite romantic. Just pootling through the wonderful Italian countryside is very, very nice indeed. Highly recommended. Very nice indeed. Want to know more? Just give us a call. There are your upgrade prices to go ocean view, balcony and suite. We are so packed in this show. It is ridiculous, let me tell you. You lucky, lucky people, because honestly, this is the show to be part of. Still the amazing quick picks to come for some no-fly adventures coming up later. But first, an offer that is about, Polly, to sell out completely.
Oh my goodness, the chance to see in the new year in style in Singapore, followed by a wonderful Anthem of the Seas cruise with only a small number of balcony-only places available. So let's tell you more. This starts on the 29th of December, where we'll fly you out to Singapore for 3 nights in a hotel to celebrate the arrival of 2025.
Oh my word, they know how to do it in
Oh
Singapore.
my goodness, can you imagine the party and the fireworks?
You know all the big skyscrapers and whatever?
Yes.
You know, a lot of those buildings, they'll have rooftop bars going on so you can watch the firework displays. You know, down on the quays and the waterfront, it's going to be lights and fireworks and whatever. Well, you see it, don't you? We always see, when we're watching our own New Year's Eve, you know, celebrations, on the couple of hours before that, you always see other parts of the world, usually Sydney first and Singapore, and their celebrations, and they always look brilliant. And you can be there. Definitely
going to be your best New Year's Eve ever.
Oh, for sure.
After that, then, you're going to join Anthem of the Seas for your 10-night full-board cruise. and relax after kind of all that high energy, and you're just going to want to just take things slow off maybe for a couple of days.
Well, or you're going from one party to another.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. It's your holiday. It's exactly how you want it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've said with Royal Caribbean, so much to do on board. You'll never be bored, whether it's rock climbing, having a go at skydiving, whatever you want to do, or maybe trying out the North Star. There's just lots going on. The flow rider. I mean, you've tried a lot of these things, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've done
Yeah.
the climbing wall.
Yes.
You did the flow rider?
I've stood next to the flow rider. I haven't been brave enough to do one yet. I'm going to do it, definitely.
The iFly you've done. I've done that,
yeah.
not on board, but I have done that, and that's absolutely amazing.
It's really exhilarating,
the fact
isn't
that
it?
they've managed to put it on a cruise ship just baffles me, absolutely baffles me.
Yeah.
North Star, have you done that?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me, that just makes me think, oh, I'm not
It's
sure.
brilliant because you just get the best view of what's going on across the whole of the top of the ship.
And you really
It's
get a
just
feel for the
brilliant.
size of it.
Yeah, you do. And that arm, that crane arm, goes over the water as well. So it doesn't just go over the deck and go up and down. It can actually go over the side of the ship. So you can get a view, literally look down and there's the
I've always had you as a
ocean.
scaredy cat, but you're not, are
Oh,
you?
no, I love things like that. Love things like
Absolutely
that.
wild. So,
But I also love things like that, which is the solarium, where you can just go in. It's tranquil, it's quiet, it's all undercover. It feels like, you know, when you go to the Eden Project, all the biodomes and whatever, and it's lovely and warm and moist and humid and just gorgeous. Well, they have an area like that in the solarium. It's wonderful.
and then it comes to the evening and it comes to dining, and you are just so spoilt for choice. The options are endless. They are just absolutely beautiful. All the things that Royal Caribbean's famous for: Johnny Rockets, Jamie's Italian, the Chef's Table, Wonderland, amazing. Oh, let's just talk about the entertainment on board, because it looks so modern. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow, you are on a cruise ship, and it's just not what you'd expect when you see the theatre. It's like, wow.
And always shows in development as well. So changing all of the time and wowing people all of the time. That's what Royal Caribbean do.
Exactly, and you're going to some amazing places as well. The ship is just half of it, it's the places as well. We'll start by stopping at Bangkok in Thailand, where you've got an overnight on board. Bangkok, famous for so many things. Shopping you might want to do, the markets, you might want to go on the longboats down the river. Oh, one of the James Bond films was done there, right on the river, so you can go get your picture there. Next to Vietnam, you're going to Ho Chi Minh. You can visit the Cu Chi tunnels, which is an intricate underground network used during the Vietnam War. You can crawl through the tunnels yourself if you want to and learn about the guerrilla warfare tactics used. Then it's Nha Trang, which is situated on the picturesque bay, known for beautiful sandy beaches. It's got one of the longest cable cars in the world, 2 miles long as well. Once you get to the top, wow, the views over the bay, absolutely incredible. Next it's Hu Da Nang. Now here you can explore the historic Hu Citadel. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's a walled fortress. And it was once the imperial capital of Vietnam. It's filled with temples, palaces, gates as well. Cruising to Singapore, where I'm afraid it's time to fly home.
I know, and you won't want to, but again, after such a magical trip, I have to tell you, we send so many people out to this part of the world who have never been to the Far East before. Now, I think this is a go big or go home kind of offer, this one, isn't it? Because you start by flying out to Singapore and seeing in the new year. I mean, listen, I don't know how you feel about it, but going down to London and doing the big, you know, fireworks and Big Ben and all the rest of it does look exciting. But I just think, oh, awkward. How do you get home and all the rest of it? Oh, wouldn't it be cold and whatever? I just think, I always see not the negatives, but just I'd like to, but I'll watch it on the telly. But I think if you're doing it somewhere like Singapore, you're the other side of the world. You don't know what to expect. Weather's going to be better, obviously. And I just think that makes it so much more exciting. So I think you would really up the ante on your New Year's celebration. Be really, really good. This is such a lovely, lovely package as well. But I have to tell you, alas, not the greatest of news, because the only cabins I can offer you on this cruise are balconies. Everything else sold out across the board. So included in the price I'm about to give you, and this offer is about to sell out, which is mad because it doesn't happen until the end of the year. but it's already selling out. So the flight out to Singapore on the 29th of December, 3-night stay there for the New Year celebrations and plenty of recovery time there as well before you join Anthem of the Seas for 10 nights to Vietnam and Thailand with your overnight in Bangkok as well, plus the flight back to the UK from Singapore. Literally last places now. I'll show you the price tag straight away. You can still secure this with a deposit of just £199 each today, and that's your price tag. Now that is based on balcony, because that's all we have. Everything else, suites, everything else, sold out and gone. 2,599 per person if you're thinking, right, let's do New Year in a very, very different way. This is brilliant. You can secure it now, today, if there are places left, because we are literally looking at the last balcony opportunities here. Deposits of just £199 each. Here's the details. Although there aren't details to upgrade, are they? There's nothing else but the balcony. I can show you a solo price. Let's have a look at that. Again, that would be based on a balcony as well. In fact, it's not vastly different if you think about it. That would be quite a nice opportunity. What a wonderful way to see in a new year, hey? In Singapore. I mean, I can just see it now. You can see on the right-hand side there, that picture in the middle, just a tiny snapshot of just how amazing celebrating, bringing in the new year, which of course it happens a lot sooner in Singapore, I think, if I'm right in thinking, because they are behind us, aren't they? Or in front of us, whichever way round it is, where it happens first.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I could have. They're 8 hours ahead of us. Yeah, so it happens 8 hours. So it'll happen at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon UK time. You'll be celebrating New Year in Singapore. Mr. P just said that's quick maths. No, that's 12 minus 8. I think I could just about manage that. Anyway, listen, it is the last few places there at balcony 2599 if you fancy taking that up. And if you fancy sneaking me into your suitcase, just drop us an email, studio@cruise1st.tv.
Right, now it's time for the big one, the one you've all been waiting for, the offer that gives you more. We've got more cruise for your money, more holiday than you bargained for, more choice too. It's the big indie adventure for 2025 for 18 nights in all on board the wonderful Independence of the Seas here in Southampton of the 16th of October. Now, if you're flying back at the end of this holiday to either Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, then you'll start with a luxury coach transfer down to the port of Southampton. We will meet, we will greet you, we will get you on board, and you're going to have a really nice journey, get to chat to some other people, maybe have a snooze.
Do you know, the funny thing is, I see these Eve's Way coaches going up and down the country all the time. I was at Scotch Corner the other day, just by chance, and I saw one of the coaches, and they are brilliant, and they are smart, and they are modern as well. And this is brilliant. I just think this just makes the holiday so easier because, of course, we're cruising from the UK, but we're flying back from America. So if you're flying back to Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, we'll meet you in those cities, coach transfer you down to Southampton. Holiday starts as soon as you're on board Indy, and here she is. She's incredible and she's so popular. We haven't been able to do these offers for a good while now, the Independence of the Seas Transatlantic, but it's always been one of our most popular. In fact, there's loads of people booked on it already.
Why is it such an iconic trip?
Well, I tell you why, because you get so many more nights of cruise for your money than you ever would expect, which is why when you get the bonus of the stay in Orlando as well, it's just like you look at the price tag at the end of it and you just go, well, you know what, I can't beat that any other way. I can't beat the value that this represents in any other way. And if you love cruising, some of the things, especially on a Royal Caribbean ship, sometimes if you have an itinerary that has got too many ports in it, you don't get to see the ship.
Yeah.
You don't get to do the things that are on it because, you know, there's just not enough time, or there's too many ports which you don't want to miss out on. You want to go and see all these places you've never been to before, but then you think, oh, well, I really want to do this and I really want to do that. And there's so much to do, and you only see a snapshot of it sometimes on an itinerary that is full of ports. So because this has more sea days, because obviously we are going transatlantic, still plenty of ports here, but you are getting more cruise, less money, and more chance to enjoy the ship.
Perfect answer, Derek. You can keep your job. And talking of the things to do, I mean, look at that, a parade. You've got an escape room on board, laser tag. We saw before Splashaway Bay, which is the water park on board. You've got an outdoor movie screen. You've got ice skating, rock climbing wall, mini golf, everything. You've got the entertainment, all those amazing restaurants on board. You've got main dining rooms, which are really, really good. Then you've got the buffet restaurant. Then, of course, just amazing specialty dining as well. So cruising out of Southampton and then arriving in Spain, in Vigo. The old town there is lovely, known as Cascavelo. It's got gorgeous narrow streets, really historic buildings as well, and quite beautiful, charming squares. Visit the Church of Santa Maria and the Castro Fortress as well. On to Portugal, it's Lisbon, and you've got an overnight on board in port here. Now, you might want to go and see the Geronimus Monastery. It's another UNESCO listed monument in Belém, and the monastery is a masterpiece of Manueline architecture, and it houses the tomb of the explorer Vasco da Gama as well. After that, you have a day at sea, and you'll arrive in Ponta Delgada. Oh, look at that. I always see those waters, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
They're amazing. You just want to see them.
Is that photoshopped yet? Now I want to go there.
Great.
Explore the Portas de Citade. It's the iconic gates entering Ponta Delgada. Just amazing. 6 days at sea where you will really enjoy everything on board that ship, and you'll then arrive in the Bahamas. Explore Paradise Island. It's connected to Nassau by 2 bridges. You can go to the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. It's known for its water park, marine habitat, just amazing. Arrive in Miami in Florida, where you will come off the cruise ship, but then you've got a coach transfer to Orlando.
Oh, we've absolutely got you sorted here. Really, really good, because we will do the transfer for you. It's a couple of 2-3 hours on a coach there, but we're providing that. And then we've arrived in Orlando,
where you have got 3 nights, which is amazing. Of course, you've got to start your 3 nights there with a trip to one of the Walt Disney World parks. You've got Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom. There's 2 water parks as well. You can meet the Disney characters. Go and do a character meal. It's such a treat. You're having dinner and Mickey comes round, or whoever your favourite. I mean, they say as well, while you're in Orlando, there's lots of other things to do other than the parks. Perhaps you want to go to one of the Michelin star restaurants, but no, you're just going to love it. They then got to go and see Universal Studios, meet all the characters from your films as well. You can tell I'm just such a big kid at heart.
Oh, it's so good.
We're trying to offer you concerts, sports events. No, it's all about Disney and Universal. For me, anyway, you'll just have it really is the happiest place on earth. You'll have just the best time. So after that 3 nights, then you've got a flight home back to the UK. What an amazing holiday that is.
Yeah, it's absolutely
so special.
Brilliant. It really is. Oh my crikey. Here's another one on the list. See, the great thing is we are planning for October next year on this one, which is brilliant. We can still do that with a low deposit as well, which is superb, which is really, really good. And it means that we can get this arranged today. Now, price I'm going to give you is based on the London flights, but as you know, we've got regional flights available, Manchester, Birmingham and Glasgow. And if you are flying from those, there's a little bit of a supplement on the flight, but of course, we're including that coach transfer back. It's down to Southampton to start the cruise. Trying to get it the right way around then. So let's give you your price. This is the price based on London flights then. Deposit today, £199 each. I mean, look at that. See, this is what I mean. You just cannot go wrong with this offer. So much more cruise, plus your time in Orlando. Now, that's based on the London flights, but as we know, there's Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow. And if you choose either of those, a little bit more to pay. But of course, then we'll include the coach transfer down to either Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, down to Southampton to start the cruise, which just squares the circle beautifully. Let's have a look at the upgrade prices then, because that's based on inside. Well, hello, £99 more to go ocean view. That's easy breezy, isn't it? Nice for the balcony as well, because the cruise on this one, 14 nights. I mean, to have the balcony across that 14-night cruise, you just would, wouldn't you? You'd justify that upgrade price. Especially we're arranging it now, aren't we, with our low deposit today, but it's not happening until October next year. So plenty of time for budgeting, etc., etc., etc. Now, Here's something else to add to the mix. Oh, we never give you just one option here. How about some more options in terms of swapping out Orlando? I mean, you might love Orlando, but you might want to change it for something else. So how about swapping Orlando to Las Vegas, for instance? Or maybe a Caribbean cruise for 3 nights to Perfect Day. Or maybe 3 nights in New York. Well, I have other options available for you. And they are brilliant. They are really fantastic. So you can do Vegas from just an extra £199. I mean, you could add these as well. I mean, I guess you could kind of play around with this if you wanted to as well, and kind of stitch this together as you want to, so it can be either or.
And the great thing about this, if you wanted to cruise with the kids or the grandkids, this actually covers the half-term break as well. So,
does it?
Yeah, it would cover that last week of October. So you might have to take them off school for a few days, but that's quite good if you did want to take the grandkids on holiday.
Okay, fabulous. Check the dates, of course, where you are. I'll leave that with you.
Well, it'd be over those 2 weeks. So just definitely 1 week.
Spot the man with no children. I just have a cat. It's a lot easier.
Well, it's good to know, isn't it?
Then you can go on holiday when you want to. It's brilliant. Anyway, listen, if you want to know more, call us right now and call us free. And remember, you can call us 7 days a week as well. I think sometimes people think as well, Sunday afternoon this show might pop up. And you think, oh, I won't call today, I'll call during the week. No, you can call today as well. Saturday and Sunday, we're open into the evening on both as well. So please feel free to pick up the phone and give us a call. Right, okay, so before we go then, some awesome no-fly quick picks from Royal Caribbean on Anthem and on Indy for you as well. So let's start with RC518 then, which is a week up to the fjords on the 21st of June this year. On Anthem, $909 per person, with other dates on the itinerary in May and July. Low deposit on that one as well, just £150 each today. RC519 then is a week on Independence of the Seas to and from Southampton to France and Spain, from just $669 per person. That's for the 22nd of September next year. Deposit today on that one, just £150 each as well. So if you want to get that in the diary, you can. And RC520, these are references, by the way, those RC references. You can pop those straight into the website and book there as well if you want to. So RC520 is 12 nights cruising around the Canaries on the 2nd of October. Perfect time to go. Down to Lisbon, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, Madeira and La Coruña in Spain. Back to Southampton from $999 per person. Again, low deposit on that, just £150 each today. So if you want to book those, then you absolutely can on the website, or again by talking to our team on the free phone number on your screen. And if you want 1,000 other offers from Royal Caribbean, you know where to go. Cruise1st.tv will give you all of the info. And the great thing is, with searching our website, you can just literally pick your favourite ship. Like, for instance, I mean, the biggest, hottest news in cruise right now is Icon of the Seas. You know, like, everybody's interested. So if you wanted to see, right, okay, what's Icon of the Seas doing next April? Just go to our website, do the advanced search, Icon of the Seas is the ship, April next year, or whichever month you want to choose, and it'll just show you all of the sailings and the packages that are on offer for that particular month. But the more I see of Icon, the more I want to get on.
I know, amazing. Now, if you were to book, Derek, what kind of booker are you? Are you, I'm going to ring up and do it over the phone, or would you do it online? I don't want to speak to anyone. Because there's 2 types of people. You'll know which type you are. I
think I'd look on the website, but ultimately I'd talk to one of our team.
Exactly.
Because they are amazing and they are brilliant at tailoring. And listen, they're looking for the best deal for you as well, guaranteed. And no booking fee to pay either. And they are so, so friendly, and they've got the time to go through exactly what you want to do, which is brilliant.
So give us a call right now on 0800 953 4700. We're waiting to hear from you. Stay right there. We'll be back in just a moment.
See you later.